Whoa, this intro is extreme! Almost too extreme. Surely this game will be the pinnacle of extreme sporting events. Nope. 2Xtreme sucks. It handles poorly, and you're always crashing into things. I mean, it's almost impossible to win the races if you haven't completely mastered the game. If you didn't put hours upon hours into this game, if you just start this up, you will not win a single race. I mean, you almost have to memorize where everything is and train your brain to basically know every course in order to win. There's just too many obstacles in your way, and you will always crash into said obstacles because of the bad controls. See, 2Xtreme is basically a racing game, but it does something pretty unique and actually fun in that it's a racing game mixed with extreme sports. For example, you can race skateboards, skates, snowboards, and you can race mountain bikes. You have 4 different landscapes, if you will, and there are 3 different tracks in every single area. So there's 3 tracks for mountain biking, there's 3 tracks for skating, and so on and so forth. This keeps the game from being stale, and I mean, it's really cool that you can skateboard in one race and then mountain bike in another race. It really mixes this game up, it keeps the game fresh, and the controls in the various vehicles are different enough where it will be fresh. And also on top of that, there's a lot of different extreme athletes you can choose from. You can even make your own if you want. On top of all this, you can actually tweak every single athlete's skill with the various equipment you will use in races before every single race. All of this really makes this a rich game, and it's very impressive, especially for the fact that this is a game from 1996. But unfortunately, the most important part of a racing game is lacking in this game. You have to have intuitive and precise controls. The racing has to be fun. The racing in this game is very seldom fun because most of the time you'll just be going, "Oh, come on! Seriously?" See, you're racing really fast and there's always obstacles in your way. You can jump over said obstacles, but just for how many obstacles there are in every level and how bad you handle, you are bound to hit at least 3 or 4, even if you're really ridiculously good looking. You get some speed going with your various extreme sports equipment, and then you press circle to kind of slide and let gravity and inertia do all the work for you. And then you have to get more speed going when you're going up a hill, when you're just coming off a trick, when you just hit something, when you're standing up after tripping over something and falling, things of that nature. You can even punch in this game, although it's hard enough just focusing on the racetrack and making sure you don't trip over every single obstacle in your way, so you will seldom actually punch, unless you're like Spider-Man and have the fastest reflexes on Earth. I mean, the racing parts of this game are complex, just like the menu options. This is at its core a really rich game. It just simply doesn't play good. It's like creating a solid gold airplane and forgetting to give it the ability to fly. And let's be honest here, it doesn't look good either. I know it's 1996, and you can excuse the graphics for 1996, you can. But even for 1996, this is very lacking. I mean, this isn't a Super Nintendo game. This is PS1. The game could have done better. Especially the graphics of the actual gameplay, because the background graphics, the environment graphics look pretty good. I mean, they're just 3D environments, and for 1996 they're tolerable. But in-game, everything just has jagged edges. It just looks bad. Everything just looks like it was cut out of a magazine with a box cutter by a toddler. And there are these pipe doors scattered all throughout the levels. You're supposed to go through them, especially when the pipe doors have something over them, because those are power-ups. Say there's a speed boost over one of these pipe doors. You go through it, and now you have that speed boost, and you press the R2 button to use the power-up you just picked up. Unfortunately, however, you first have to go through these pipe doors, and just like everything else in this game, it's hard to line yourself up with them with most of your extreme equipment. If you don't line yourself up precisely with the door's middle, you're gonna hit the sides or the little fences on the sides of the door. I mean, it's like putting a thread through a needle with a shaky hand. It's really annoying. Out of all the extreme equipment, I found the rollerblades to be the most tolerable. Like, you can actually have fun in the rollerblade levels. They handle fairly well. You can traverse the environments and jump over obstacles and even go through these pipe doors with relative ease, at least relative ease compared to the other extreme sports equipment that handles like complete shit. The rollerblading levels are, dare I say, actually fun, and you actually have a chance to beat them. Unfortunately, the levels are always against you. I mean, no matter how good you are with the skateboard, you hit one obstacle and you already lose your place in the race. And catching up is really hard. I mean, the AI is tough in this game. In a game like Gran Turismo or Dirt 2, that's a good thing because you have good controls, and if you lose, it's your own fault. But here, you lose because you can't swerve out of the way of all the obstacles that are just trying desperately to destroy you and ruin your extreme sports career. This is actually one of the better bad PlayStation games, but it's still bad. 2Xtreme for the PlayStation 1 gets an official stanburdman rating of a 5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.
250!